Happy Saturday. Welcome back to Unicorn Dust Designs. My name is Sammy, and on this channel we do DIYs, wood signs, and there's always tons of laughter to be had. So if you think that's something you'd be into, then make sure to stick around and let's get right into these DIYs.
All right, for this DIY, we're going to start out with this Goodwill box. It was $3.99 and I loved it because when it opens, the top actually stays propped open. So with all old things, I cleaned it off very well. Then I'm going to grab shellac and I'm going to give this a good coat of shellac. This is going to block any of the tannins, oils, all of that stuff from coming through. While that dries, I grab my IOD molds. And now I'm going to dust this mold with some cornstarch. That's going to help the air dry clay not stick to our silicone molds. Now, I read every one of your guys' comments, and you guys have taught me a lot about using air dry clay. And one was to essentially just push it in and use my finger to flatten the back out and pull it around like the edges. And I will say this works so much better. It's easier than using the rolling pin. So thank you very much for the tips and tricks you guys have left in my comments for using these. So I'm going to make a couple of these. I think we're going to make 4 or 5 of the molds. And I am just going to flip my mold upside down. And as you see, they kind of like pop out on their own. I'm giving them a little bit of help. Sorry if you guys hear Hank. Kids are outside playing. And then to smooth, usually I use a craft knife, but you all said just use your finger to smooth those rough edges down. So that's what I did here, and it worked just as well. So while these are still damp, the clay that is, I am going to grab my Star Bond super glue and I'm going to adhere these to the eggs. Now, something I did learn was the first 2 that I applied to the eggs, the clay was very thick. And then as I started making more of them, I started thinning out the backs of my molds so that they weren't so thick. And then they formed so much better to my eggs. So you can see I'm just kind of lightly pressing down, forming that to our eggs. Now this is one that I said, like I went thinner on the back and it was like flawless. And it's even bigger than the first 2 that I did. So you'll see like it just molded. Oh, I love it. And again, these are iron orchid molds. I will leave, Vonda sends me mine. I will leave her website down in the description box. And I'll try leaving the direct link to these molds on her website if she has them in stock. So again, all right, now where are we going? Okay, so now I'm getting our eggs. I am getting some, these are just like branches from florals that I've picked off along the way. This is going to, 1, make it easier to paint them and dry them, and 2, we'll already have them set up to stick into our box. So I'm using beadboard by DIY. I get this from upcycledbybrie.com. And I am going to go ahead and I give the eggs 2 coats of this paint. And I did that because they did have speckles on them and I didn't want the speckles to show. So make sure you're hitting the clay as well or else it'll show up as 2 different whites. Next, I take this gray wax that my amazing subscriber Nancy sent me recently. Comment down below if you know a comparable one down in the comments, you guys. This one is actually from Canada, so I don't think a lot of us can get it. But you can see I'm just using my stencil brush and I'm lightly coating this on, and it's just going to let all of those details pop right out of those molds so you can really see every detail. All right, now moving on to our box while all of that dries, I am going to paint the inside of this box with elephant gray. I chose to do that because it was kind of like a cherry wood color and I knew it would take like 3 coats of paint just to get this white. So the inside I do with elephant gray. Then I'm going to go on the inside edges. I'm just kind of following where the different colors were previously. And then I'm going to do 1 coat of that, again, beadboard by DIY, on all of the outside of this box. I only do one coat because I kind of want to see it had like a texture on it. I wanted to see that. So I coated the inside lid with white wax by DIY. I also do the bottom. Don't know why I did the bottom, you guys. And then taking my finger, I get that gray wax and I go on all of the raised edges. I didn't want to do it with a paintbrush because I didn't want it on every single piece of white that was showing. I just wanted it on those raised edges. So using my fingers worked out perfectly for me. So next I'm going to get some styrofoam. I do glue it to the bottom. Next, ta-da! I swear like all of my DIYs have Spanish moss now, so make sure you're stocked up. And I'm going to get that Spanish moss and I'm going to put it around the block. And I got that block at Dollar Tree, Spanish moss at Dollar Tree. And I am then I'm going to start adding my eggs and then I'm going to add some leaves. And then as I'm like, I keep adding, I'm like, oh, it needs more. So then I get this baby's breath from Dollar Tree. And then I add those to our box as well. I just wanted this to look super full and elegant. And I am blown away by how this turned out, you guys. Look at how stunning this is. Look at the birds, the rose. Look at her in the pendant. Oh my gosh. I am obsessed with this piece. I always do things with the intention of you're going to sell this in your booth. And then it turns out, and I'm like, how can I let go of this? It's absolutely stunning. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments.
Hey guys, that was the first DIY. We're moving into spring. Some Easter, I'll be introducing some like eggs into the mix, some bunnies, all of that stuff. So it'll be like a happy combination of spring and Easter. If you guys didn't catch my compilation video of Easter DIYs from last year, I will leave that link down in the description box for you. This week, this Saturday, I was really inspired by Shabby Chic, kind of vintage decor, kind of just going off of what we made for like Valentine's Day, because that is what I wanted to be easy. I wanted these to be transitional items that like I could easily take down the heart and put up, you know, a bunny or something like that. So that's what I'm inspired by this week. Let me know what has been inspiring you to create. And you guys know the drill. If you're digging me, if you're digging the DIYs, if you're digging this channel, then make sure you like and make sure you subscribe. It's a free way that you can help my channel grow, help me grow. I appreciate all of you guys so much. And I really do appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to spend it with me. So thank you guys very much. And feel free to check the description box. We have a Facebook group. I have Instagram. I have TikTok. I do Amazon Lives. We got a little bit of everything for everyone. Okay, you guys, let's get back into these spring Easter DIYs.
This one's going to be easy peasy Dollar Tree squeezy. We're going to start out with these beautiful glasses from Dollar Tree. This one was definitely inspired by a Pinterest post I saw. They were using Mercury like wine glasses and they were stunning. So we're grabbing that beadboard and I'm going to do like a stippling effect on this. And so instead of brush strokes, I am stippling my brush. This one helps get into all the details. And two, I feel like it gives it this unique texture, I guess. It kind of makes it look like stone, which I love. So that's how I do it. I do it with a chip brush. And then I'm going in with that same gray wax. You'll see a trend here. And I'm brushing that over all of the raised edges to bring out the beautiful details in this cup. I have had these for a while, but I do see them at Dollar Tree all the time. So definitely pick up some. And y'all, you could do these any color you want. All right. After that, I'm going to stuff a couple paper towels in our glasses to get some height in there. And then ta-da! Spanish moss. And then after I put the Spanish moss in there, I am going to put some reindeer moss. I need to find another bag of this, you guys, like the soft reindeer moss, not that nasty, like crumbly stuff. And then I'm going to grab some eggs. I got this pack of eggs at Hobby Lobby. It was $5.99. I know, but like they didn't have any of their Easter stuff on sale yet. But you guys, that's it. That is absolutely it. And imagine this as like a tablescape using all different glassware painted and arranged with different color eggs on it, reindeer moss, Spanish moss, and then some greenery in between that. It would look absolutely gorgeous. So I hope you guys like that one. Okay. This one we're going to grab a bunny cutout from Dollar Tree. I'm going to trace this bunny, trace the bunny out. And then we're going to cut out the scrapbook paper. I'm going to apply it with Mod Podge. I do put it on the bottom, and then once I apply the paper, I put it on the top. Next, I grabbed this oval wood piece from Dollar Tree. I'm only going to put one coat of steel gray by Waverly on here. Also making sure to get those sides so it looks nice and finished. After that's dry, I grab these pearl stickers from Dollar Tree, and I love these because they're very flexible. So as you can see, like as you're going around the curves, they go on nicely. They don't buckle or anything like that. So I'm going to follow this all the way around. I don't paint over it. I leave it nice and beautiful. I then take my ruler. I'm going to make some little shiplap lines here. And you guys, like I said, like this is just the colors that I'm going with. But like if you're going to use sage green this year or turquoise, like you can make these all of those colors. So just, keep that in mind when watching it. It's just for inspiration here. So I rub those lines. I'm going to go ahead and attach our little cute bunny here. So cute. All right. And next I take this frame. I got this from a garage sale this summer for 75 cents. I'm going to use beadboard once again and my chip brush. And I'm going to once again stipple this on. The mirror was actually glued to the frame, which was fine because I was going to paint the mirror, the glass anyway. So it all worked out. So I'm going to paint the front. I only do one coat because I'm going to distress this with that gray wax anyways. So I didn't mind if that black kind of showed through. All right. No, I feel like I did two coats. Yeah, I did two coats. All right. So now here we are with that gray wax once again, Dollar Tree stencil brush. And I'm just hitting all those raised edges. You can do this with antique wax as well. So many options, or just dry brushing a different brighter color on. That could look cute as well. So after that's done, we're just going to grab that oval. We are going to hot glue it directly on to the glass piece of our frame. And that is all. And look at how gorgeous and regal and like, you look awesome. Like, ooh, I love this piece. I love the frame. This thing is like so heavy. And I just love how it all came together. Let me know what you guys think about this. And if this is totally your style. All right, our last one. So getting one of these eggs from Dollar Tree, I am going to glue this together. I was watching Overboard while I was making this and it just made time fly. I love Goldie Hawn. Okay, so we're going to hot glue that together. Now I'm going to take elephant gray and I'm going to paint elephant gray first. And the reason I did this was because I always feel like when you put gray on a bright color and you put white over that, it actually, what am I trying to say? Anyway, so instead of putting like 3 coats of white to cover the pink up, I cover it with gray and then I'll cover it with white. I'm a mess. All right, now taking more Dollar Tree stickers, I am just going to go around. So I'm going on the outside of where the two sides meet. Then I'm going to take another strand of those stickers and do the same thing on the opposite side of the crack. So I was trying my best to cover up the crack, but I wanted like it to be thicker. That's why I chose to do 2 instead of just putting 1 over the line. So next, again, we're using beadboard and that wax for everything here. So I am going to cover the Easter egg, and then I cover the base of my candlestick, only doing one coat because again, I'm not scared if a little bit of that gray comes popping through because I'm going to be using the gray wax anyways. So we're going to go ahead and let that dry. I'm going to take my crockery stamps from IOD. I'm going to apply the IOD ink in black to it, and then I'm going to stamp it onto white tissue paper. Now make sure you have something under that because it will go through and it will stain. So I do that, I cut it out. Unfortunately, y'all, my camera stopped filming when I was actually applying it to the egg. So I'm going to link one of my IOD videos down below so you could see how to apply a tissue paper stamp to a glass piece. So essentially this is what I did, you guys. I applied it, I got that gray wax, went around, and then I hot glued it to my candlestick base. So now to cover where the base and the egg meet, I am going to cut some strips of lace. I'm going to get a couple strips of the twine, and I am going to put those around the bottom, tighten a tight bow, and then you are going to have yourselves this really fancy bougie Easter egg, which I love. And you can see like the tissue paper stamp, it looks seamless. Like you cannot tell. I did cut as close as I could to my image, applied the Mod Podge to the back, and then lightly brushed it on the top to kind of smooth it out. And let me know, seriously, what you guys think of this style. And if you guys like it and you want to see more of it, I appreciate you all being here with me as usual. And I will see you again on Tuesday.
We're back again with a different backdrop, but I'm hiding because we hang all of our sunglasses right there. And I couldn't get a good shot of like the bottom. See, look at how cute and pretty that is, you know, except for my shoes and my grocery list. Other than that, okay. And this yellow look great with all this pink. What are you looking at, bro? It's like a family event. It's like I didn't want anything. There that lady is. Okay. Welcome back to Unicorn Dust. I don't like that. I feel like my face is getting rounder. Getting rounder, so I'm getting bigger. Botox. I just want this. I think everybody wants that, okay? Yeah, look at that. Like, did I used to look like that? Okay, anyway. You look good, girl. Stop it. Okay. Okay.